Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Godzilla review. Been a while, but back once again. Merry Christmas to you and yours. It didn't exactly snow here on Monster Island, so we didn't have quite a white Christmas. We had sort of a dull gray Christmas, but that's not important. Today, what is important is very, very important indeed, because we are doing none other than Little King Caesar. Okay, before you start saying that I am a King Caesar fanatic, I am not. So, actually, I don't really like him that much, so if you think I'm a little biased, then I am. But, I thought it'd be appropriate to do the big King Caesar, and now we got the little one as well. Because, I mean, okay, why not? But anyway, so let's take a look at this guy and see how he adds up. Okay, so you got your King Caesar here. This is not the movie Monster Series version, as you may have noticed from the title. It is the Godzilla Island version. This was, in fact, the first version to ever be released. So, it's as old as it gets. This was one of the first 6-inch Godzilla figures that Bandai produced. So, taking a look at the tag here, you got a picture from Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, which is the movie that this little guy appeared in. You have the Godzilla sticker, Godzilla Island there, in Japanese. You have King Caesar in English, G9, which is his number. And on the back, you've got a picture, kind of a poster for the TV show. Which, Godzilla Island was a TV show using Bandai Godzilla figures, and it didn't last too long and didn't make it to America. So, you know, you get what you pay for. But, you got actors from the show, including the little robot friend and the villainess up here, Godzilla in the background, and more things. 1998. And you open it up, and there's a little message here from the general guy, and I can't read it, so it's not important. Okay. Now, taking a look here at the paint job. Well, as you may recall from the standard King Caesar, it isn't that different at all. In fact, it's basically the same, except I'd say the paint job was a bit better on this one than the old one. Because, for one thing, it is not spray painted on, it is very meticulously painted here and here, the claws and toes. And then on the face, better paint detail as well. It's not just this, the yellow isn't just kind of sprayed on here and there like would the standard version be. But it's more prominent, and I think that's important, but it's a little bright for for King Caesar, I'd say. So maybe a little wrong there, but not too bad. So yeah, like I said, paint job isn't really a deciding factor with King Caesar because, well, he doesn't, let's face it, he isn't really that colorful, so there's not a whole lot to get wrong, just kind of an off yellow and brown. But there is detail, and if King Caesar is one thing, he's got detail, because if we can get a good zoom in here, so you may remember from the standard version that, well, okay, the detail was alright, but it wasn't anything special. Well, on this guy, it's a little bit better, I'd have to say. You can tell that the sculpts are obviously a lot of very similar, except for the size, but there are some differences. Like on here, you got more wrinkly, you can see more skin, and it's not so hairy. The horn is more prominent, and it's much more detailed. The nose is, well, you can see nostrils a little bit better, and the individual teeth, well, they're about the same, I must admit. The overall face is just a little bit more wrinkly, and I think that's probably what the original King Caesar was like from the movie. You got your curly cues here and everywhere else. And you got these things, these strange scales, and on this one, they're about the same, really, from between this one and the standard version. They're about the same, so nothing too special there as well. And then, of course, the toes, well, yeah, they're basically the exact same, except smaller. That's pretty much all there is. So yeah, this guy is quite a bit more similar to his standard counterpart, but you know, I mean, I do still prefer this one over the old one, I'd have to say, because, well, I mean, well, I guess I'd have to say I prefer this guy more, because he just seems to be, well, I do like the 6-inch guys a lot, but he is very, very well detailed, as far as King Caesar can be, because they probably could have done a little bit better on his overall body shape, but they decided to use the exact same mold, which I guess is okay. But anyway, unlike the standard version, this guy is soft vinyl, and so you're not probably going to break, hopefully. As far as articulation goes, he can move his arms up and down and all around. He can move his head just a small bit, just like the standard version. It doesn't move a whole lot. The tail is very posable indeed, just like the standard version. And then of course you've got your legs, which on this guy are also pretty good. So yeah, just pretty standard in basically everything. Nothing too special about this guy. So overall, pretty normal little figure. He's a nice little guy. He's not exactly the biggest 6-inch figure there is, but he's good when it comes to size. Speaking of size, let's do a little bit of a size comparison here with Godzilla 68, also from the movie Monster series. Like I said, he's kind of small, just kind of small in every direction. Short, kind of thin, kind of just, yeah, small. But, I mean, he's still good. King Caesar really wasn't huge, let's face it, in the movie anyway, so it's supposed to be this small. Nothing too spectacular, but yeah, he goes up good with Godzilla 1968. Well, let's also compare him to his standard guy, to the standard version. As you can see, the standard version is much, much bigger. This guy being just about short of 6 inches, and this guy being about 8 inches tall. And yeah, it goes up to just below his head, and overall pretty big. So of the two, I'd have to say I like this guy better, just because I tend to like the 6-inch sized figures more than the big ones, and that I do like the paint job on this guy much better than this guy, because it just looks like they took their time with this one, whereas it just looks like they kind of spray painted highlights on this guy. So of the two, I'd say the Godzilla Island figure. Now this guy was re-released, sorry. This guy's re-released several times. Hopefully I'll be getting around to showing you the differences between them as well later on in the future. As for finding this guy for yourself, well, for some reason he tends usually to be pretty expensive, even though he's been re-released 3 times. He's been released 3 times. So for some reason he seems to be kind of pricey wherever you look. So I found this guy on clawmarktoys.com. Always look there first. But if you can't find him there, well, I don't know. Just look on eBay, of course. But I found in previous years that eBay doesn't tend to have these rarer figures like this. So I don't know. And what you could expect to pay for him could be anything about like maybe. Well, for this Godzilla Island version, maybe about 40 bucks. I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like a lot for a 6-incher, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. But anyway, so hope you enjoyed this review of King Caesar. And I'm Creature Hunt Guy. This is King Caesar, of course. And I'll be seeing you from Monster Island next time.